Hey WCHS, I'm Tyler Patton, and this is Emily Sutton.
Today on Wctv, we'll take a look at the 2008 upcoming elections, our new foreign exchange students, and a look at other schools' policies around the county.
We'll be right back.
You know what I feel like doing right now?
What, Emily?
I feel like going back and re-watching the presidential debate from the other night. I just can't put my finger on who I want to be president. If you're having that same problem and are also wondering how to get involved with the upcoming election for president, here's Abby Larson, who's been digging deep to find the answers to your election questions.
Something happens every 4 years that can change the nation. It is the presidential election. Democrat or Republican, registered to vote or not, it is important to know the candidates and how they would affect the nation if elected. What are the main topics the candidates are talking about?
Well, there's lots of different topics that are important. The key one right now is the economy and how they would address it if they got into office.
One way to become familiar with the candidates and their issues is to watch the debates on TV. There have been 3 presidential debates with Barack Obama and John McCain, and 1 vice presidential debate with Sarah Palin and Joe Biden. During the debates, the candidates state what issues are important to them, but what are some issues that are important to the average person?
Economics, healthcare, education, and energy.
It is not hard to tell that an election is approaching because of all the signs and campaign ads. You may be wondering about some ways to get involved. Downtown are the headquarters of the Republican and Democrat campaigns. Some of our very own high school students are getting involved. What are some ways high school students can get involved?
Well, you can get involved. One of the best ways is to come find me sometime today and just say that you want to get involved with the Obama campaign. And if you'd like to do that, you can set up a time and you can come down and volunteer, make some calls, either knock on the doors or anything. But it's really not that hard to get involved. Just come and find me.
Well, some students are actually old enough to register and vote this next election. For other students, you can still get involved. You can volunteer at either campaign office and help them out as far as getting their literature and information out to the public.
What will the next 4 years be like for our nation? You can help decide. If you are 18 or older, you can register to vote at rockthevote.com. Then go to your designated voting location and place your vote on November 11th. Whoever is elected, they will be facing many issues and working hard. I am Abby Larson reporting for WCTV, and I approve this message.
Geez, that's a lot of stuff to remember.
I know, I can barely remember all my vocab in Spanish.
I bet Rodrigo could help you out with your Espanol.
Who's Rodrigo?
Rodrigo is one of our 4 foreign exchange students this year. In case you haven't had a chance to meet them, here's Rachel Powers with some introductions of the new faces in the high school.
Lately, have you been walking down the halls and seen faces you haven't recognized? Even though it may be far into the school year, there still may be people you don't know. This year, there happens to be 4 new foreign exchange students here at WCHS. These 4 students are from all around the world and have many new experiences here in America.
What is your name and where are you from?
Hi everybody, my name is François. I'm from Laval in France.
My name is Lucita. I come from China.
My name is Lilian Dius. I'm from Tanzania.
Hi, I'm Rodrigo and I'm from Bolivia.
There are many differences between the United States and France, China, Bolivia, and Tanzania. These differences may be what the people in these countries like to do or what they teach in their schools.
What is the biggest difference between your country and America?
The big difference between school here and in France is like school in France is very educational. We don't have fun at school. We don't have any activities like clubs or sport, like cross-country, football. School is like very strict and boring in France.
We like eating spicy food, but Americans like eating sweet food.
Well, in Tanzania, you don't have to move from one class to the other. You just stay in the single class. So that's the difference. We don't switch classes.
The biggest difference between United States and Bolivia is the high school. In Bolivia, I have to take all the subjects, and here I have to choose.
Wow, cultures around the world are different. Since there are so many cultures around the world, it is such a great experience to be a foreign exchange student. To get involved in the foreign exchange student program, you can contact the Rotary or stop in at the guidance office. I'm Rachel Powers reporting for Wctv, and I got to hitch a ride to Australia.
Hey Rachel, you know, if you want to take a friend, I'd be willing to skip school for a couple days in Australia, but I guess I wouldn't go against the school's unexpected absence policy.
There are many rules here at the high school, but don't think you're the only ones that have to abide by some different policies. After doing some investigative work, Paige Bonjour has found the verdict on area schools around and their policies.
Why can't I participate? Was it because I got caught at a party? Was I skipping class? Maybe a teacher spotted me texting during lecture. What are sanctioned policies anyways? Mr. Elkin filled us in on the policies at WCHS. What are some of the sanctioned policies at our school?
Well, obviously in a big school district we have a lot of different type of policies. The major ones we have to deal with are, well, we have a policy for truancy for skipping class. We also have a major policy for use of electronic devices like cell phones.
How do you decide what actions deserve sanctions?
Basically, anything I do is based on school district policy and past practice. Some of those sanction actions are already decided for me. For example, the good conduct policy clearly states what happens or doesn't happen if you violate the good conduct policy.
How much have our policies changed in the past several years?
You know, they really haven't changed too much since I've been here, and this is my 5th year. I will say we've had 3 major changes in the last couple years. Last year we changed our good conduct policy, so there's basically a self-reporting factor. So that's been good for kids who make mistakes and just want to fess up to them. We've also changed our cell phone policy, how we've dealt with that for the most part. People make mistakes, and in the past, if your phone went off accidentally, well, you kind of got in trouble for that. Well, last year we revamped that, so basically the first time's a warning, which I think helps kids out because they make mistakes just like adults do. And the last policy we changed in conjunction with that cell phone one, kids are now able to listen to music during cafe or in the media center, which I think has been a big thing for students.
It's hard to believe a school 10 miles away would have different sanction policies than ours. So let's head over east to Northeast Hamilton and find out. At Northeast Hamilton, sanction policies are known as good conduct rules. Students who choose to participate in extracurricular activities must abide with board policy and refrain from activities that are illegal, immoral, unhealthy, or highly inappropriate. Once allegations are brought before a student, a hearing is held so the student is given the opportunity to tell their side. If it is determined the student has violated the good conduct rule, they will be deemed ineligible for a period of time. Length of ineligibility could be anywhere from 15 school days to 12 calendar months, as well as performing community service hours. So now that we know a little bit more about the sanction policies at Northeast Hamilton, let's take a trip over to South Hamilton and see what they have in store. Conduct violations at the South Hamilton High School can range from a minimum of a 6-week suspension to a 6-month suspension from extracurricular activities. However, if a student admits to a violation within 72 hours, the penalty is lessened to 2 weeks up to 3 months, as well as community service. If violation is drug or alcohol related, the student must attend counseling sessions. Students not involved in extracurricular activities lose the opportunity to participate in school activities such as pep assemblies and school dances. Now that you know that being sanctioned, meaning a law or degree prohibiting one from outside curricular activity, you might want to think twice before making your next decision. I'm Paige Bonjour reporting for WCTV, and according to the clock, I have 3 minutes before I'm sanctioned.
Thanks, Paige.
Next week, the Wctv techies and directors will be at the iTech conference in Des Moines to produce a live show which will air next Friday.
And good job to the girls last night at their volleyball game. And don't forget to support the Lynx at their home football game tonight versus Iowa Falls. Tyler, you're a rube.
A what?
A rube. Like a Rube Goldberg. We'll leave you with some footage of the Project Lead the Way students' Rube Goldberg machines.
Yeah! Dense one.
More
dense.
Back up.
Do we have another steel one? Yeah, another steel one. Colin, there's
no, there's only that one steel one.
We need that. I don't need one. No, like, there's all sorts of